Happy Friday, everyone. This is VPO coming at you with another vintage Wizards of the Coast opening today. For those of you living in the United States, I hope you're all enjoying your spring. It's starting to warm up around the country here, and everyone loves that. You got spring break, baseball's on the horizon. For some of you, the school year is probably wrapping up here within the next month or two, so a lot of fun things to look forward to as we approach summer. And it's been a few weeks since I posted a video, so I wanted to go ahead and get something for us to open. I recently watched my cousin's dog for about a month and a half. He's in the military and he had to go to flight school, so I watched his dog for him for about a month and a half, and he was nice enough to get me an eBay gift card. So I went ahead and bought this Fossil Lockdown theme deck for us to open. If you've been following the channel for a while, you probably remember last summer we opened the other Fossil theme deck, which is, I believe it's called Bodyguard, and it comes with a holographic muck. This Lockdown theme deck comes with a beautiful holographic Lapras card, as well as some other cool cards from the Fossil set. So we're going to go ahead and crack this open today. And so just like Jungle, there's only 2 theme decks in Fossil. And so we would have opened both of them by the end of this video, which is kind of cool. And you can get these theme decks for like somewhere in the ballpark of probably $125 to $150. I think I paid $125 for this one. Sorry, the plastic's being a little bit of a nuisance here. Probably should have brought a scissors with me, to be honest, but we'll get it open here. There we go. Try to preserve the box as best as possible because I would like to display these someday. One of my collecting goals is to open all of the theme decks from Wizards of the Coast. I still have a long way to go, but it would be really cool. So yeah, like I was saying, you can get these for in the range of, at the low end, maybe $100 if you got lucky on an auction, but at the high end, probably about $150. Just depends on if it's an auction, if it's a buy it now, where you get it. And whereas on one hand, the other theme deck has that holographic muck that's not exactly a fan favorite in Pokemon, we did pull a really nice muck when we opened this, the other theme deck, I should say, in the summer. And this card that we're about to open here, this Lapras, this is actually a very valuable card in a PSA 10 if you're able to get it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this deck from the screen just so I can safely remove this plastic, and then we'll take a closer look. All right, so I was able to remove the plastic, and at first glance, the centering on this Lapras looks really nice. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. It's PSA 9 centering, but unfortunately, if you kind of look at it in the light here, I'm trying to get an angle where we can see it. It is, oh, there, you can kind of see them. It is like butchered with print lines. There's 1, there's 2, there's a 3rd. Maybe there's even a 4th vertical one there on the edge. Well, I don't know, maybe that's part of the holofoil. I can't really tell. I think they're print lines, personally. If I remember correctly, this Lapras card is notorious for print lines. That's why it does have such a low population in PSA 10, and that's why it is so valuable. But such a cool card regardless. I remember I still have this Lapras from my childhood collection. It's not nearly in as good of shape as this one is, but of course still just such a neat card. Centering's a little off in the back, but really no whitening. Lapras was always one of my favorite Pokemon from the original 151, and a very, very powerful Pokemon in the games, of course, too. That's actually one of the reasons why I don't use it in the games, just because I like to have a challenge when I'm doing like a run-through of Pokemon Yellow or something like that. I think in my last challenge, I tried, it was like the first 6 Pokemon I caught were the ones I had to finish the game with. So I beat Pokemon Yellow with a Pharaoh, a Pidgeot, a Pikachu, a Nidoking, and a Nidoqueen, and then Eradicate. So it's kind of a challenging run, but it was a lot of fun. So that's our Lapras. We'll go ahead and set that in the back there. And one of my all-time favorite cards from the Fossil set is an uncommon Magmar. There should be at least one of these, if not maybe even 2. Yep, so we have 2 awesome Magmars. Then we've got some Horsies. A lot of Horsies. We have some Seadras. Funny enough too, in my childhood collection, I have a bunch of fossil cards that are in German. And I'm pretty sure they must have came from a theme deck, because it's like, yeah, it's like all of these cards like Krabby, Kingler, Magmar, and whatnot. They're all German names, but for whatever reason, I don't have a German Lapras. So I don't know if that's a card that I lost or what happened, but we've got some base set Vulpixes here. You will see some base set cards in these jungle and fossil theme decks. Got some Ponyta, the Gambler Trainer card, Energy Search, of course, Bill. And you're going to see a lot of base set trainers in these theme decks as well, because if you think about jungle and fossil, between the two, there's hardly any trainer cards. I think there's just the Pokeball trainer card in jungle, and then you had like Gambler, the mysterious fossil trainer card. So you didn't have a lot of trainers between the two sets. And then we have some energy trainer cards and also some water trainer cards. That's the theme of this deck, is fire and water, hence the name Lockdown and the Magmar on the front. So those were the cards. If we take a look at some of the additional components of the theme deck, we also have, there's our coin, our Aerodactyl coin, very cool. I don't remember if an Aerodactyl coin came with the Muck theme deck or not, Bodyguard. We have our card list. And then we also have our version 3 rulebook. Very neat. I always love these old advertisements for like the Pokemon League. I just think that's the neatest thing. Good times, very good times back in the day, playing the card game with your friends and family. And then of course we have our amber colored damage counters, which is goes along with the fossil set very well. And that's all there is. So that was the Lockdown theme deck. Once again, we pulled a beautiful Lapras card, not without its imperfections, some print lines and not perfect centering, but still an awesome opening. Really cool piece of Wizards of the Coast history. And once we finally had the opportunity to open a first edition fossil card, or a first edition fossil pack, I should say, I think we pretty much opened up everything fossil, because we've done Unlimited, we've done Japanese, we've done the two theme decks. So we're doing pretty good in terms of knocking off all of those Wizards of the Coast products that we want to open. So thanks again for tuning in this week and enjoying this opening with me. My birthday is next week, so I hope to do something special for that and look forward to that upcoming video on the channel. Have a good weekend, guys.